4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good morning, everyone. This is Grizzly Rising, and I'm here with Infamous Rifle, and today is another wonderful day of coffee and hatred.
Very wonderful, and I'm feeling the hate today.
Oh, you are? Well, do tell.
To say some fool decided to make a video yesterday, but we're not going to talk about that today. What we are going to talk about is an article, which I will send to you via. I'm going to put it on the screen.
Alrighty.
So bear with me for just a moment. All right. Okay. So this article is sorry about that. This article is written by an SJW, of course, because they have nothing better to do than write dribble like this. But it's about how treating dogs humanely is racist, according to leftist university professor Katja Gunther. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I tried.
Oh, yeah, she's a weirdo. I mean, with a name like Katya, or where the fuck the bitch's name is, you can already tell she's fucked up.
Katja, I think that's German.
Oh, okay.
I think my buddy of mine from the army has a wife with that name. So.
Oh, okay. Well, they actually have a YouTube video about it. Can you hear? You can hear me, right? Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's operational.
All right. Yeah. So the I can hear you, obviously, names, but
okay.
The chat can hear you.
Well, we already. Yeah, I don't know if there's only one person watching right now, and that's my fault for not scheduling the stream sooner like a dumbass.
Well, that's right. That's all right, man. Like you said, you were focused on something, and it happens. I'm the same way. So let's get in. Let's dive into the article for a second.
All right, go ahead.
I will kind of read this. Or it says in a recent book, "The Lives and Deaths of Shelter Animals," Katja Gunther claims that dogs are being killed because of capitalism. I've never heard of that before.
Oh,
Anthropocracy?
Do these fucking these fucking assholes. Capitalism is responsible for it. Everything's responsible for it. It's always they could take anything and twist it to their own fucked up narrative. So go ahead and continue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this anthropocracy. I guess that's like human supremacy over animals. I'm just taking a wild guess at what that is. White supremacy and patriarchy. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, this is the world we fucking live in, man. This is the goddamn world we live in. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. And there's actually a video for this too, it looks like.
Maybe we'll have to check it out. But this is too good. She argues that allowing dogs to sleep inside is a privilege reserved for the white and wealthy, and that policies against keeping dogs chained up in backyards are intended to oppress people of color by imposing middle-class norms of animal keeping in which companion animals are considered family and treated accordingly. Is this bitch missing a chromosome?
She's missing. I think she has 3 brain cells working, and they're all wired the wrong way. But this is fucking stupid. And you know what? Let's get fucking real, okay? Yeah, white people tend, even newsflash, even poor white people tend to keep their dogs in the house. Black people generally, and I'm not stereotyping, this is what black people have told me, they keep their dogs outside. This is not a matter of rich versus poor, racism versus racism versus not racism, capitalism versus communism. This is a social thing, you stupid fucking cunt. He's a stupid cunt.
Well, actually, to me, like, it's news to me that black people keep their dogs outside, because I happen to know some that have pit bulls that they keep inside their house. Now, coincidentally, they also are growing weed in said house too, and the
Right.
dog tends to be very aggressive.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah,
But yeah, and I'm not going to say all black people do it, but the majority of black people do keep their dogs outside. Some people keep their fucking some black people keep their dogs inside, but on average, black people keep their dogs outside. So this is a social, this is like a cultural thing. This is not like a racist thing. And like I don't know where this bitch got this shit from or what was going through her mind. I guess nothing was really going through her mind because this is just stupid, like pandering and more guilt grift, race baiting, and poverty pimping.
what else is new?
Yeah,
All
there's
right, so
everything. Yeah, so everything. Everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is bigoted, everything is homophobic, blah 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 blah. These people are fucking insane. They need mental help. Really, they need to be committed to the fucking loony bin or to the nut hut.
yeah, you'll notice a pattern. Everything is white supremacy. We talked about this before, but there was I'm sure you heard about what happened at the Capitol. They started going crazy saying it was a gunman, and it was some person of color with a knife. But somehow that was white supremacy.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it turns out,
confused about that.
yeah, I saw a little blurb when going through my YouTube feed. Apparently, the guy that went on the little rampage there, he was actually, he actually revered Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
race pimp.
yeah, he's a fucking race pimp. He's a dumbass. I mean, this is just mind-boggling. So loving animals is racist. Okay. So I guess taking a shit is fucking racist. So this is just fucking I don't know, man. We've really crossed the Rubicon of full stupidity. Hey, what's up, Red Pill Lion? How you doing? And yeah, come on, man. It's like really, you know, guess what? If black people wanted to, they could let their dogs inside. I mean,
There's nothing stopping him from doing
I mean,
that.
is there someone standing at their door with a Klan hood on saying, "Hey, you can't bring that dog inside because you're black"? No, fucking out of here with this shit. I mean, this is just the nonsensical bullshit. And I don't know if these writers or college professors just put out this shit just so they can keep getting grant money for their fucking work, or they just really actually believe in this shit. Like, god damn it, man! It's like fucking
All right, so it's starting to make sense right here. You'll understand what I mean here in just a moment. Gunther writes that because of racism, the overwhelming majority of dogs who ended up at Baldwin Park, California,
there it is,
shelter. There it is.
fucking California, man.
There it is. That makes sense now. Where she worked as a volunteer had belonged to poor people of Asian and Latino heritage, and to a lesser extent, black people. See, I told you, black people will usually let their dogs be inside.
Whoa!
One of the reasons that
Hold up. She's saying that there are poor Asian people. Well, I mean, according to all these lefties, aren't Asian people all rich and racist towards black people?
well, they're probably all right. So Asian is they use that as a very wide umbrella. All right. So if you're talking like East Asian, like Chinese, Japanese, yeah, you're probably not going to see a whole lot of poor people of that demographic. What she's probably talking about is more like Pacific Islander, Filipino types.
Also, she's talking about coconut heads, basically.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, I know that's a fucking racist statement, but yeah, that's they call each other that, and I gotta tell you, man, Filipinos of Americans of Filipino descent, because I'm sick of all this hyphenated bullshit too. they actually do clean up pretty good for themselves. You know, I grew up in Long Beach, California, aka Los Angeles County. They do pretty well for themselves. I mean, they're no slouches.
And also, yeah, what we might consider poor or in poverty here in the U.S. is not as bad as you would think.
Yeah, it's a relative term. All
But
right.
also, you have to also understand that like those two demographics that they're particularly talking about, Asian and Latino, their culture is a little bit different, right? So they may look at animals, particularly dogs, in a different way than your typical person of European descent and even black people.
Christ. Fuck out of here. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, really. So
Yeah.
let's continue on with this fucking drivel.
All right, we're gonna keep going. But this simply reflects the demographic makeup of Baldwin Park itself. So basically, there you go again. The reason it's even like that is because the majority of people in Baldwin Park are of that demographic. The vast majority is what the implication I'm getting here. When I ran a shelter in a predominantly white community, a shelter with a higher per capita intake rate than Los Angeles County pound system, of which Baldwin Park is a part, most of those who surrendered animals were white. Indeed, of all the counties in the U.S. with a 90% or better placement rate, the one with the highest per capita intake, over 5 times that of Los Angeles County, is 90% white, only 3% Latino, and less than 0.5% black. In other words, the ethnicity of people who surrender animals to shelters is largely a function of demographics, not race.
So wait a minute.
So,
Most of the people that surrender animals or whatever to the shelter are white in an area that's 90% white people. Get the fuck out of here, man. Are you kidding me?
no way, dude.
I mean, gosh, that totally doesn't scale with the demographics whatsoever. I mean, it's just gotta be fucking racism. Fuck out of here, man. It's like, goddamn, this bitch is beyond stupid. This is what a fucking college education does to you. You know, people back in the day when things were somewhat right in America used to go to college, and you came out, you had some skills, but you also got a well-rounded education, and you could speak and at least understand what other people were saying when they were discussing a variety of topics. Now it's just you go to college and they take out your brain.
Yeah. It's like 1984 levels of indoctrination when you go to these universities.
So I'm perusing this article as you're talking, and then it goes on, and here's the here's the rub. And so Gunther says Gunther deliberately rejects objective evidence of any kind. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Admitting that, quote, it is not possible for me to be impartial. Quote, I was trained in sociology, a discipline that emphasizes impartiality and the need to systematize observations and analysis in ways that distance the researcher from the research. I deliberately turn away from those tendencies and instead embrace the messy possibilities of being a researcher with complex ties to the social setting I am analyzing. End quote. There it is. She's got a fucking sociology degree.
Yep. And what I was talking about? Probably the last episode when I was talking about the sociology class that I was forced to take when I was going through college for paralegal studies. Basically, they only showed 4 viewpoints. One was like pseudo-capitalist, and the other was basically some form of socialist or communist or feminist theory.
Well, and to be fair, in that quote, she was partially right, because sociology, psychology, the sciences, when you're doing when you're researching something, when you're studying something, you're supposed to be impartial. You're supposed to be, detached from the situation so you can get a good view of it and be objective as opposed to taking sides. But with this woke culture and this SJW bullshit, that's completely gone out the window. And this fucking stupid bitch is living proof of that. Did the sound just totally go dead on you, or were you waiting for me to say something else?
Yeah, I was thinking you were going to continue.
No, I mean, she needs to be impartial. She needs to be attached when doing any sort of research, because if you don't do that and you're biased, that's going to affect your research results. That's going to skew the fuck out of them. And so go ahead and here comes the next part. Of this fucking bullshit.
Where did you skip ahead to?
I skipped ahead to the part where it says Gunther stereotypes and infantilizes people of color, which she does. So,
okay, I'm just gonna kind of, for lack of a better term, cherry pick the goods on this one. So I thought this was funny. You'll be able to. I'm going to read 2 paragraphs, and I think you'll have some good commentary. When a Latino man on a bicycle drops a dog while escaping from mall security officers after stealing a pair of Wrangler jeans, she explains this away as a result of his status as marginalized. When a woman leaves her dog to die at the pound, after she has finished breeding her and selling her puppies to buy drugs, it is the fault of her status as poorly educated queer woman of color. End quotes. Gunther laments that rescuers critique urban Black and Latinx. See, this is cancer. Anyone who uses Latinx is like fucking missing a chromosome. Communities for not seeing companion animals as sufficiently part of the family and instead seeing them as resources, whether protective as in guarding or financial as in breeding or possibly fighting.
Oh, fuck me, man. What the fuck? No, how about they're just bad fucking people? They're just scum. They're fucking scummy people. Some bitch like fucking breeding dogs so she could sell them off to buy her drugs, and sell them off so fucking other gangbanging like criminal pieces of shit can train them to be vicious animals. Are you fucking? They're just bad people. This has nothing to do with racism and systemic this and bullshit that. It's just a matter of these people are fucking scum. They're shit. They should be wiped off the fucking face of the earth.
Yeah, I remember it's going to bring up Michael Vick, which fuck that sack of shit. I have a particular people who abuse animals. I have a particular dislike of that type, but I'm going to continue for a few more paragraphs here. The article says she appears to be arguing that if a person of color can turn a profit or build a reputation through animal exploitation, that excuses animal suffering. Even in the case of sadistic animal abuse, in quotes, from a perspective, wealthy people are believed to be too civilized to engage in barbaric activities like dogfighting, and it's no coincidence that the only affluent person who has been publicly shamed for dogfighting in the U.S., Michael Vick, is Black, newly wealthy after growing up in poverty. So you're making excuses for this sack of shit fucking raising dogs to fight and kill each other. Because he's not white, of course.
Oh, yeah, figure. That has everything to do with it. No, he's a piece of fucking shit!
It says, to continue, dogfighting, however, is not considered barbaric because it violates the norms of wealthy people, who, after all, have historically had their own versions of animal cruelty masquerading as entertainment, such as fox hunting and pigeon shooting. Nor is dogfighting considered uncivilized because of the skin color of the organizers, many of whom are white, but because of what it does to dogs. At Michael Vick's property, and this really pisses me off. Investigators found decomposing dogs who died by hanging, drowning, and being slammed to death, as one of the rescuers involved wrote.
How the fuck does this fucking how the fuck does this equate to racism? He's just a piece of shit. You know why it made national attention? Because he's a famous fucking quarterback making bank with the NFL, you fucking stupid whore.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you're in a position like that, you're supposed to be, they want you to be a role model.
Yeah, set the fucking example.
Right. They want people to look up to you. And of course, it's probably not a very good representation of the NFL when you have one of your guys that you're, using for advertising and as like basically the front man for one of your teams. When he's behind the scenes, he's doing these things to dogs, which fucking disgusts me. I don't know why this motherfucker's walking around free right now, or why his legs aren't shattered.
Well, I'm gonna say this much. I don't give a fuck if Michael Vick is white, green, yellow, chartreuse, or not. He's still wrong. I mean, seriously, man. It's like I don't care if it was a fucking white quarterback. Wrong is wrong. And what bitches like this do, this stupid leftist cunt, she infantilizes blacks, Hispanics, whatever group they're supposedly trying to protect. She infantilizes them. She makes them out to be like stupid, incapable kids who can't take responsibility for their own fucking actions.
Wait, you mean that like she's backhandedly proclaiming her own superiority as a white person by doing this?
Well, it's her noble obligation to protect these people, because obviously they can't take responsibility for themselves. They can't, they don't know how to act like adults. They're just incapable of it. And as much as I'm not a fan of George W. Bush, he did say one thing that actually made sense, and it probably had it done for him by a speechwriter. It's called the soft bigotry of low expectations.
All right, this gets better. I'm going to skip to the next section. A ruined 2000, whatever, bunch of numbers. Thank you, dude. These guys are in the chat are happy that you're doing well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, thank you guys. I am doing good. Doing about as good as I can do. But yeah, anyway, this article's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah, this article is cancer, but I noticed that the writers are actually against this person.
No, they're critiquing the article themselves.
Yeah. So the next section is going to be hilarious too, in a not good way. While Gunther explains away mistreatment if the perpetrators happen to be a person of color, she has plenty of harsh words for those trying to save animals. Oh, this is going to be good. Day in and day out, rescuers and volunteers show tremendous courage and compassion when they visit their local pounds. At many high-kill shelters, they face hostile treatment from staff and endure heartbreak at seeing animals destined for lethal injection or gas chambers. They still gas chamber fucking dogs? What?
Yeah.
And yet they go back again and again. So, see, that's something I couldn't do, to be honest. And I've seen motherfuckers get blown up by fucking IEDs. So, but I couldn't keep going back to these high-kill shelters myself for that reason, because I just happen to probably almost think I like animals more than most humans, but let's continue. Despite acknowledging these traumas, most of these volunteers Gunther encountered were white. She accuses them of working to reinscribe hierarchies of power and status within the shelter.
Oh my God.
Against the non-white workers, and thus maintain existing social inequalities between humans even as they seek to help animals.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like we need that clip from what is it, Billy Madison?
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. And I still got
Like
to figure out a way to get like a virtual audio deck or whatever, so I could like play these clips at will without too much aggravation. But yeah, this is just yeah. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, to paraphrase that quote from Billy Madison, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Everyone that's read her article or have listened to us in this chat have gotten collectively dumber just by listening to this shit. I mean, I award her no points, and may God have mercy on her soul.
don't wish her soul any mercy.
Jesus Christ, I mean, so the people rescuing animals are racist because the people at animal shelters are pricks towards animals.
Yeah, real quick, Rune is actually a guy named This Guy 420, who I remember
Yeah.
you from Monkey Business. Yeah, Rip Monkey Business. Eventually the asshole who is responsible for that will get his comeuppance. But not right now.
Well, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Indeed. You gotta let it chill for a while. All right. So what you were saying, that these people who are trying to do a good thing and trying to help animals, they're evil because they're white. To describe this article in one pretty much short blurb, that was it right there. Like, because they just so happen to be white and they're trying to help animals in an area that is not predominantly white, they are evil. So it doesn't matter if they're doing a good thing to help animals who don't have, they're not humans, right? They can't speak.
Right.
They have the intelligence, some of them maybe of a 5-year-old. And so they can't do anything for themselves. They're animals. They don't, and it just, I don't know. It infuriates me that there's people out there that are like this, that rather than encouraging these people to help animals, you're fucking trying to shit on them because of their ethnicity, which, what's that sound like?
It sounds like racism. Happy Easter, Rune.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody.
Oh, yeah, a little aside, I got up, speaking of animals, I got up really early this morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I tracked the Easter Bunny down. And so what I did was, I harkened back to the days, when I was a 5-year-old kid, and my mom wanted to teach us, how meat gets put on the table, so we had some rabbits, and her first 2 provisos were don't name them, don't get attached to them. So I harkened back to those days of 1975 and went out, found the Easter Bunny, took a big stick, smacked the fucking shit out of him in the back of his head, strung him up by his legs, and I gutted that little motherfucker, and I'm going to have some rabbit food. I'm going to have some rabbit tonight. A little Hassenpfeffer action going there. Yeah, but joking aside, the person who wrote this article is just pure shit. So, and she continues on, and I found something in the second paragraph. I don't know if he was going to read it or not. So, and I'll read this. Despite acknowledging these traumas, because most of the volunteers, Gunther and Kerner, were white, she accuses them of working to reinscribe hierarchies of power and status within the shelter against the non-white workers, and thus maintain existing social inequalities between humans, even as they seek to help animals. When a rescuer laments the condition of a dog with a sagging belly, elongated nipples, and a large genitalia, and expresses dismay that the former owners can find their dogs outdoors and use the pit bull primarily for income generation through breeding. Gunther dismisses the criticism as the animal practices of white rescuers. So it's racism to be disgusted at seeing animals getting abused, exploited, treated like shit, trained up to be vicious killing animals. And that's racism. Get the fuck out of here. And then she continues in the they continue in the third paragraph, and it continues with, on the other hand, Gunther writes that people of color should not be held responsible they may treat animals, including medical neglect because they lead precarious lives. On the other, she criticizes rescuers for using the animals as instruments for producing whiteness when they, quote, take the dog out of the ghetto and give it the right kind of adopters, namely those who will treat the animal as a family member and have the financial means to care for a dog at a high level for the duration of the dog's life. For example, providing specialty brand toys and beds and extensive veterinarian care should any illness occur. So the people of color, the POCs, get a break for doing horrible, mean things, neglecting their animals, leaving them outside in all weather conditions, rain, snow, hot weather, blah, blah, blah. But the rescuers, because they are white and they're being kind to their dogs, are racist pieces of shit because they find the people that had these animals as being disgusting human beings. You got anything on this, man? Because I'm just,
No, I'm pretty.
I'm face palming right now.
Yeah, this is. I can't believe that people. I mean, I have to, but it's hard to believe that people out there like this exist. It's just like, this is mental illness, to be honest. If we're just like real about it, which there just seems like there's so much more of that in the world today, and because of the internet, it may not be that there's more of it, but because of the internet, these mentally ill people have a platform and a voice, and they can make YouTube videos. And
but this is a fucking 180-degree inversion of reality. I mean, how the fuck do you condemn a certain group of people because they believe in loving, taking care of animals, treating them properly, if they can afford it, getting them proper veterinarian care, and let's face it, spoiling them a little bit, because who doesn't want to spoil a dog? But on the other hand, it's okay because these people supposedly marginalized and poor. It's okay for them to beat the shit out of these dogs, kill them, breed them, and sell them off for drugs, and so they can fucking, become vicious attack animals. I mean, is this real life?
Yeah, I'm curious how well this book has sold, because if it's sold well, then like, when is the fucking giant meteor coming for the Earth? Because we fucking deserve it.
I mean, well, no, I don't say a meteor. I'm like, the people that fucking propagate this shit deserve it. I mean, this bitch, you know what? Fucking salt mine her ass. This is jaw-dropping stupidity. And I bet this book is like sold in college bookstores and shit like that, because, average Joe shithead going to fucking Barnes & Noble or ordering this off of Amazon, they're not going to read this fucking garbage. I mean, this is pure 100% garbage, and the sad thing is you actually got other people out there that believe in this shit. I mean, leftism is a mental illness. This is fucking mental illness. I mean, this is like psychosis, a complete break with fucking reality, man. It's disgusting.
Still go in the chat. Look at what he said, man. Don't try to help dogs. Chinese think they are tasty. Stop the Asian hate. Yeah, we actually did an episode, a couple episodes back about the Asian hate thing. All right, so I kind of want to wrap this up. This article might get my blood pressure up.
Well, it's already gotten my goddamn blood pressure up.
Yeah. I try to keep a calm spirit, though. So, you have any closing thoughts, and then we can get to what's really grinding your gears this week?
Well, everything fucking grinds my gears. I'm just disgusted by this, and this is just like, wow, facepalm, really. Just yeah. So the people that do the abuse and neglect get it passed, but the people that take these animals in and try and do their best to rehabilitate them and get them to be, dogs again, are racist, and somehow they're wrong for doing that. This is what a sociology fucking degree gets you, people. This is what a fucking sociology degree gets you. You go into college being a skull full of mush, being a little shithead, which I don't think you should. At 18, you should just be able to go straight to college. I think you have to at least do 2 years of mandatory military service, and then go to college, so the military can unfuck what your fucking mother taught you for the last 18 fucking years. And then maybe you can go in there with a little bit of a clearer head. But yeah, we can wrap this up. I got something I want to that's not really grinding my gears. I just think it's just kind of fucking funny that the person doing it is the person commenting on it, and the person doing a video talking about the topic, and it's a short video, is actually no prize pig herself. She's just a pig. So let's
get into it.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of laughing about, sort of. Sogo. Well, I wasn't really laughing. I was kind of agitated about the Stop Asian Hate. Like, I don't even think that guy shot up the rub and tug because it was Asian. And not everybody he shot was Asian either. He shot people from multiple demographics. So, what I think is funny, and what I pointed out during that show, is that the lefty scums seem to hate the Asians more than anybody because of the way they treat them, like, as basically pseudo-white. And we're talking about the East Asians mostly. But they make it harder for them to get into like the high level colleges, and they make it easier for black folks to get into those. So, yeah, tell me that's not racist. Uh-oh. Is that where are all the good men?
No, that's not the one. I'm looking for another one. So, yeah, I'm looking for another one. So, and I hate it when I fucking misplace something in my bookmarks, because since I'm such a fucking Spurgosaurus, I do this shit all the time, and I do apologize for that.
Anyone else from Monkey Business in the chat? I appreciate you guys. I miss you guys. I'm kind of in the element or the matrix or whatever thing, but I don't know. It's just not the same, man. It's not very user friendly, and everything. Some people may like that everything is encrypted, but I'm not a big fan because I can't see everything, and then I have to actually ask the website to unencrypt or request encryption keys, and it's just a mess.
There we go. All right, now I think we're cooking with gas now. So,
all right, cool.
There we go. All right, let's get this shit up. So, the title of this video is "How to Date When Men Suck and the World Is a Garbage Fire." And let me know if you guys can hear this. So we're gonna get going on it.
What's up, Buttercups? My name's Midge, and today I'm going to be sharing my tips for navigating the world of online.
Can everybody hear that? Yo, hoo! Can everybody hear that? Hello.
Bit of a delay, so give it a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can hear it.
All right, cool.
Dating as a woman who dates men when men suck and the world is a garbage fire. If you're looking to evidence on how men suck and how the world is a garbage fire, I'm not going to provide that.
I'm asking to turn the volume
you
up.
have the internet. Go look on the Twitter account She Rates Dogs, or, talk to literally any woman ever. Alright, so let's get started. To make it in the world of online dating as a woman who dates men, the first thing you need to do is...
How's that? Okay. All right, let's crank that up a little bit and see what we got going.
raise your standards. The standards for straight men are so low, and they barely meet them. So raise them higher. Don't settle. Start weeding out the weak before you even swipe right. My tips are: never swipe right on a man if he is holding something dead in any of his pictures. Fish, deer, person.
So this fat fucking cunt doesn't like guys who hunt. So if you're a hunter, you're not going to be able to claim that prize. You're not going to be able to claim that fucking pig nose, sagging tit bitch as your woman. Yeah, that, because you can't hunt, you can't practice any self-sufficiency whatsoever. You got, because hunting is bad because the little animals, have it so hard. You got anything, Wolf?
No, because I can only hear this during the delay, so I'm behind when it comes to this video. What I will say is, like, she's sitting here giving tips, like, where's her Chad? She doesn't have a Chad with her in the room as she's giving tips, right? So she's obviously not successful, so why the fuck is she giving advice?
That bitch couldn't even get a fucking chud. Okay? Much less than a Chad, okay? I mean, she'd be lucky if a fucking, like, 5 stuck his dick in her fat fucking ass. What I'll do is I'll play it and then I'll let you comment so we don't get too fucked up with the delay. Then I'll have my thoughts.
Doesn't matter. Don't match with a guy who is comfortable killing. I mean, if you're a hunter and you like to kill as well, that could work, but still, tread carefully. Don't swipe right if he has any pictures with other women where their faces are blurred out. Glad to know women are interchangeable and meaningless to you, sir. Don't swipe right if his first picture isn't of himself. I don't care if it's a cute puppy. I don't trust guys who don't put their pictures first. Or don't swipe right if his bio clearly screams, I don't view women as people. Here are some examples of Tinder bios that I've encountered that...
Let me backtrack on this because this one coming up is pretty damn funny.
Here are some.
All right, so here's the first one, and you might have a hard time seeing it because of the stupid line through the thing, and this guy's from his name is Steven, and he puts in his bio, long story short, dong on titties. And then, she goes in to talk about, don't date guys with puppies, with puppies on their picture or women standing beside them with their faces blurred out. What this stupid fucking cunt, what the stupid cunt doesn't realize is maybe he's blurring their faces out because he's respecting their privacy, but she wouldn't understand that because She's a soulless whore.
I will comment on that, actually. What she's doing is she's wanting to see the quality of women that this guy can attract. That's why she doesn't want their faces blurred out. So if if she's wanting to see if the girl whose face is blurred out looks better than her. See, now if the girl that looks better than her, that means he's high value and higher value than her, and thus she's going to want him. Hope that makes sense.
Hold on.
Hypergamy 101.
Yeah, I have my mic muted. Let me redo that. Women, without a doubt, hands down, throughout time immemorial, are always in competition with each other. What were you saying, Wolf?
I don't know if you. I'll repeat it just in case. What I was talking about is why the face being blurred was such a big deal, and I was simply pointing out that this is hypergamy 101. She wants to see if this guy has attracted women who are better than her. Because if they are better than her, then she's going to be interested, right? Because that means she's higher value. And hypergamy does not seek its own level. Hypergamy always seeks someone who is 1 to 2 levels above them, at least. You know, if they can get someone that's 3 levels, then hell yeah. But that's less likely because a guy 3 or more levels above knows he can do better, unless he's just fucking a thirsty cuck.
Well, Rune says something that's very salient and true, and his quote is, "That's why women hate other women." And I've always, another one of my grislyisms, or one of my grisly truths, is the fact that women can never be friends. The best they can be with each other is frenemies. So, and I've seen this so many times with my sister and her friends. I've seen it with other females I know and their friends. One minute they're all like, huggy, kissy, lovey-dovey, then the next minute they hate each other.
I mean, I'll show you. I'm going to send a meme to your Discord. I don't know if you've seen this one before, but it's right along that theme.
All right, let's continue with this mini dumpster fire here.
Examples of Tinder bios that I've encountered.
Oh, this is another good one from Ryan, and he puts in his Tinder bio: "Women are like wolves. If you want one, you must trap it, snare it, tame it, feed it." He's right. I mean, I think that's fucking hilarious right there. That is so fucking funny, man. That I'm borrowing that one. I'm putting that into the fucking quote bank right there for damn sure. So, seeing as how you're a wolf, what do you think about that statement? Oh yeah, that's right, the delay bullshit.
I can see it on the screen now. No, he's there's something to that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's and it's fun. You know what it is? It's not, the dude's not being sexist. He's just being funny. He's just talking shit, and that kind of being, having somewhat of a sense of humor, that does tickle the fucking ivories on a lot of bitches. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's that whole taming them. It's funny because these broads, they want to be tamed, though. That's the funny part. But he must not be like high enough value to be able to get away with that.
All right, let's continue on.
that absolutely scream, I don't view
Here's another funny ass one, because she's, this is just fucking, this is meme worthy shit right here. And she says, look, I'm not mad for no long I'm not look for no long term. Goddamn grammar, man. Fuck. I'm straight to the point. I'll make you come on my dick. Don't be mad by the truth. Don't swipe if you can't handle. Don't text me. We can make a meetup for a quick fuck and then never talk again. Either you have a place or we could do it in my car, Amos. Oh man. But here's the dichotomy. When women post similar shit on their fucking Tinder bio pics, it's cute, it's funny, it's ha 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 ha. But when a guy does it, he's a misogynist, pig fucker that beats women, eats babies, kicks dogs, abuses children, throws a styrofoam wrapper out the fucking window. Yeah, so there's a double standard. Hashtag gynocentrism.
Yeah, I mean, they're never going to be happy unless like men are essentially enslaved, and of course the only men that would be allowed to survive are like the Chads, basically, if they had their way, anyways, right?
Well, it's funny you say that, because there's this vegan bitch called, oh god, what is she? I forgot, the Bananator or something like that, or whatever. She's like some fucking stupid vegan whore. She said that all men should be snipped, get a vasectomy that could be reversed, and only the ones that are worthy should be allowed to breed.
Well, they would have the Chads, and then
that's what I'm saying.
You're only allowed to, like, you cannot look a woman in the eye. Just look down. Just they
don't stare, don't gaze at my visage because I'm too good for you. The fuck out of here.
But just be a slave class, that had no rights and were only for like breeding and fun purposes.
Right.
Like,
and let me bring up another universal truth about happiness. Women are never happy. They're never fucking happy. You could give them everything they want and they'll still be miserable. Let me repeat it. Women are never happy. Would you like to add to that, Wolf, or did I pretty much just sum it up for everybody here in attendance?
I think you covered that.
I mean, it's like I'm 50 fucking years old. I've had enough time on this earth to see women in their native habitats and how they act, and guess what? They're never happy. Anyway, let's continue on with this fucking dumpster fire.
women as people. Plus, there's this one of a guy who says he works.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Women are actually people? I thought they were just biological androids put on the face of the earth to take care of and please men. That's a newsflash to me. Shocker! And here's another meme-worthy bio, and this is what this guy puts up here. I'm here to control the mass of your ass and be your man. Only thing missing is your ass. I work with the feds and I heavily dislike midgets. Midgets are the center of all evil in the universe, but I promise to balance the universe by eliminating all midgets off of the face of the planet. I own a bong and smoke weed to compensate with the fact that I lose every fight with my drunk dad. Fuck 12, no cap. OMM, and he says some fucking racist shit on it too. He's just being another fucking asshole on the internet spouting off. So, alright. Because like I said, I had to pause it because these bios are actually kind of funny for the most part.
I actually have to comment on this while we're here. Like, as someone who actually uses this, is obviously Tinder, right?
More like Tinder.
That's literally what most of the bios are like. And it's not just the dudes doing it; it's the women that are doing. I think I showed you all in my server, my Discord server, some of these profiles of these mutants, and they're all like meme stuff.
Yeah, they're totally meme worthy. They're totally meme worthy. So let's continue on.
Works at a meth lab, and he just really hates little people. And if I had to see it, so do you. Okay?
Are you fucking kidding me? This dude is just talking shit. That's all he's doing. I mean, to take this seriously, you gotta be on some fucking flick. You gotta be really fucked up in the head to like really take this guy seriously. Take this guy seriously.
So swipe and swipe and swipe until you get some matches. Then comes further vetting. After varying amounts of small talk, I ask a man 4 questions to know if he's worth talking to.
Okay, for one thing, look at this fat, fucking, disgusting, fucking pig. Look at this goddamn slop-hog cunt. I mean, she's got her shirt buttoned all the way down. She's a fat fucking slob. She's got a chin. She's got more chins than I do. You know, and she can't be no older than 30, and she's already got fucking cow udders. Hey, what's up, Golden Eagle? How you doing? Good to see ya. But she's got fat fucking cow udders, sagging tits, because I bet the bitch doesn't wear a fucking bra. And here's a pro tip, ladies. If you don't want to get fucking cow udders, and you don't want to have your tits looking like fried eggs hanging off a nail, wear a fucking bra. I mean, look at her. She's fat, she's dumpy, and she's got a necklace on that says, bitch, 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 bitch. I mean, hey guys, come and claim your fucking prize, man. There it is, right there for you. Midge the pig. Fucking cunt.
To anymore. And no, I'm not asking him why this night is different than all other nights. The Jews found that one funny. Question 1.
Oh, wow. She actually put a fucking Jew joke in there. But at the same time, she's talking about guys fucking, putting stupid, silly shit on their fucking profiles being bad. But then she just made a fucking really, what I would consider a crass fucking Jewish joke. Hypocrisy at its best. And that's at the core of a female. Is hypocrisy is one of the core traits of a female. All right, continue with the shit.
Name a woman you admire and don't also want to fuck. Tell me why you admire.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm pausing this quite a bit, but you know what? When it comes to most women that are somewhat attractive, I don't want to admire them. I want to fuck them! Admire a woman? Yeah, there's some women I do admire, but the women that I admire and the women that I fuck are totally different. They're fucking totally different from, the woman I want to fuck. Do you understand there's like a line of separation there? There's women I want to fuck and there's women I admire. You got anything to add to that, Wolf, or are you still getting the delay bullshit?
No, I mean, I'm on the delay, but I don't really have anything to add. I can't actually see what she looks like. I know you're talking about how dumpy and shit she is, but like, she's not exactly got the best face in the world, and she probably doesn't take care of herself, and that choice of outfit is probably not, let's just say she's probably easy. She's just mad that the men that she wants aren't gonna like touch her with someone else's dick.
I just sent you the link, so we're at the 2 minute and 16-second mark. I just sent you the link to this fucking forest fire.
She's got like the face of, now that I see what you sent me here, the thumbnail, she's got like a fucking 3. Her face is like a 3. And yeah.
She's a fat bitch!
She's got, yeah, I can tell she's got extra belly fat.
She's got fucking sagging fucking cow udder tits.
She could definitely get on the treadmill.
You know what I like to do is I like to fucking get one of those segways, get a fishing pole, put a fucking Twinkie on the hook, and as I'm riding a Segway, I'm just, she's just chasing the fucking Twinkie. That'll get her some fucking exercise. All right, so we're at the 2 minute 16 mark. Let's continue.
Admire her. Family doesn't count. This question will quickly prove if this man is capable of viewing women as real people and not just holes to fuck.
Wait a minute. I thought women were just holes to fuck. Say it ain't so. I thought, because we used to have a joke back in the day, when I was a young bear cub, and what's a woman's body? And we used to say it's the life support system for her pussy.
I have to comment on something that she just said because she's an idiot.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, that's obvious.
She said sex is better when the man isn't sexist. That's actually not true. Women are more attracted to men who are sexist. They've already done studies on this.
Well, she's just trying to propagate the feminist fucking dogma that, a man who cares and he's sensitive and he talks about his feelings and he's nice to her, blah, 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 is gonna, be better at sex and blah, blah, blah. All right, let's get on with this fucking slop hog fest.
And you might be thinking, I'm just looking for a hookup. Why would I care about all of this? To which I say, honey, sex is better when the man isn't sexist. Don't settle for mediocre dick just because you want some dick.
Bitches settle for mediocre dick all the time. And you know who settles for mediocre pussy more is men. So the term simp, someone idolizing mediocre pussy. And I would say, if I had to like give her a rating, I wouldn't even rate her as mediocre. I'd rate her, much, much, much lower than mediocre. Because she's like way on a lower level than mediocre. I mean, her fucking cooter probably smells like sourdough starter.
Yeah, apparently I was a little bit ahead of you, so that's what I was speaking of. She was actually trying to say that sex is better when the guy is not sexist, and again, that's not true.
Yeah, studies have confirmed that, because
just by yeah.
And let's really break it down. When they're talking about a sexist male, they're really not talking about a sexist male. They're talking about a guy that's confident. He takes charge. He has, he's proud of who he is, and he's masculine. That's what they mean when they, let's crack the code. When they say sexist, they're talking about a man that stands on his square, doesn't take shit from fucking bitches, is assertive, knows what he wants, gets what he wants, and doesn't apologize to anyone. That's what they mean when they say sexist. All right,
these young thoughts right here are generally about what they're actually attracted to. And when they make these videos talking about what they're actually attracted to, that's all a bullshit lie to make, to signal to other women and men as well. It's like a virtue signal. Like, they're very sensible about who they choose to have relations with. That's not true. You want someone who is a Chad who will choke the shit out of you as he's taking you to Pound Town. That's what she really wants. I can tell just by looking at her.
Well, here's another universal truth in life when it comes to broads. What women say and what women want are 180 degrees out of phase with each other.
That's what I was saying. Without the sound effects.
What, you don't like the echo?
No, I like it.
All right, let's continue with this fucking Twinkie fest.
Yes, I am aware that rapists and murderers aren't going to say yes if casually asked if they're rapists and murderers, but this does remind whatever man you're talking to that this is the world you have to live in as a...
So, wait a minute, she's comparing rapists and murderers to what she deems as sexist men. That's what it sounded like to me. Please correct me if I'm wrong. you know, did I misinterpret something? I mean, because she just kind of made the analogy between quote unquote, we'll use her term, sexist men to rapists and murderers. You got anything on that, Wolf, or am I just off?
No, you're right, but again, you already pointed out that what she says and what she actually thinks and what she does behind the scenes are two different things, just like certain gamma males. What she's really talking about is the creepy, speaking of gamma males, is the creepy gamma males, man, who are just pretenders, right? They try to act masculine. They try to act like they're getting the ladies, and they're the ones who are like your Epsteins and your fucking what's his name, the guy in Hollywood.
Oh, you mean Weinstein?
Weinstein, who like otherwise women would not touch him, but he had
yeah. Guess what? You know, Weinstein had, you know, and Epstein, you know, these bastards, they have money, power, and fame. So they got
and they still didn't want to really touch them. They kind of were forced to.
Well, they weren't really forced to. I mean, well, when it comes to Weinstein, I think he is a cocksucking prick bastard. But, you know, he gave him the option, hey, if you want this part, you know, you better fucking, you know, bend over and take it, or, you know, you're not getting the part. And they had a choice to say, I don't want to do that, and, you know, suffer for the consequences. It was basically, and TFM talked about this years ago. He talked about it as a transaction.
Yeah, okay, I can see that point. You're right. Not so much with Epstein. I don't think that was his.
No, Epstein was a globalist cocksucker. I mean, he had pigfucker Bill Clinton out there at his island. He even had John Roberts at his island. So, you know, when they say, you know, the basically lefties are, you know, Satan worshiping pedophile cult, they're not wrong. But anyway, let's not get too far off the beaten track with this one.
Woman, and it reminds him that you don't trust him by default and that he needs to earn your trust. Question 3.
Yeah, okay, so we need to, you know, she says we need to earn these bitches' trust, but what she doesn't fail to realize that, you know, women need to earn men's time, attention, and money and commitment.
You didn't know that we as men are supposed to give up everything, and they're just supposed to take from us and not give anything in return.
So what you're saying is not even getting spit lube when they fucking pound your ass. Yeah, I mean, this welcome to America 2021.
Do you believe in a woman's right to bodily autonomy? Again, this is the whole viewing women as full people, not just holes to fuck thing, but it also...
Wait a minute, I thought women were just holes to fuck. And she continues on,
weeds out any man who would try and control your right to choose what happens to your body if you became pregnant after you guys met up. Question 4, and...
Okay, so this is a good one. This is something these feminist cunts always bring up. Body autonomy. So basically, she's saying, without going around in too many circles, is she wants to have the right, if a guy knocks her up, to go and murder her unborn baby. That's what she's saying. But, you know, I don't believe in abortion. I'm 100% against it. You know, there's, you know, women have like 30 some odd forms of birth control. Men only have 3. And instead of like murdering the baby or using birth control so you don't get pregnant in the first place, you fat bitch, you know, let's say you do get pregnant. Put the kid up for a fucking adoption. Give a family that, you know, where they can't have kids for whatever reason, a chance to adopt a child, bring it into their house and give it a good life. Nope. She wants body autonomy. But here's the hypocrisy in that. And just remember one thing. Women are the ultimate hypocrites.
Well, she's already making the choice, and her choice, as she's made clear in this video, is to be promiscuous. There is one choice.
Well, as I was saying, you know, women have like over 30 some odd forms of birth control available to them. And if they're poor and they can't afford it, they get it subsidized. Men have 3. Well, let's get back to this whole piece. So say some fucking asshole, is really drunk and really high, and that's the only way most guys would fuck this fucking pig. Gets her knocked up, and she decides to keep the baby. Now, does the man have a choice of saying, "Hey, I don't want the kid. I don't want to pay for the kid. I don't want to do any of this or that. I want to be part of the kid's life"? Does he get a choice in that? No. Well, he does. Let me back that up. He does get a choice. He gets the choices. He could either pay a fucking, child support for 18 years, basically 18-year sentence to fucking baby jail, or he could choose not to pay the child support, get all of his professional licenses taken away, get his driver's license taken away, and thrown in jail. So she's all for body autonomy when it comes to her fucking stretched out fucking sourdough smelling fucking vag, but men don't have any fucking bodily autonomy. They're just, you make the mistake of getting a bitch knocked up, you're fucking done for 18 years and possibly even more than that depending on what country you live in.
This one is optional depending on what your preferences are. Do you eat pussy? I don't know about you, but I'm not going to waste my time with a man who doesn't care about my pleasure.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know what? I don't have a problem with eating pussy. I just don't want to eat pussy that smells like a fucking tuna fish factory on a Friday afternoon in August. I don't want to smell that shit. I don't want to eat your nasty, like, Carrie fucking, like, slopped out fucking cum-stained fucking pussy, bitch. Keep the cooter clean. A clean beaver gets more wood. But yeah, I don't want to eat your pussy. And let me say one more thing. Women were put on this earth to please men, not the other way around. So, what are your thoughts and opinions about munching on the tuna box?
Especially if it smells that bad, like you were saying, like an actual tuna box. I'm not particularly interested, to be honest.
Well, here's some old Navy wisdom. If it smells like fish, you got a dish. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone.
Oh, that's an interesting phrase right there.
Well, I mean, if they're perfuming it up, that means it's stank. It's stank skank. All right. So if it smells like fish, okay, you got a better chance.
I also want to comment on this girl right here in particular. She's bitching about her Tinder, and she's basically talking about how she's trying to be promiscuous, but it's difficult because there aren't enough good men, in her opinion, for her to be promiscuous with. So why the fuck would I eat her fucking stank puss when I know that she's getting dicked down by all these thirsty motherfuckers?
And pro tip: women retain the DNA of every man they've been with. And another thing, you know what? If you want me to, like, chow down in your fucking box, shave your fucking vag, bitch.
It's not something I would do unless I was in a committed LTR.
No, I got you.
If a man answers these questions correctly and you keep talking and you like him and you decide to meet up with him, here are some safety precautions you should take regardless of how nice he seems. Find at least 2 people that you trust to look out for you while you're on your date. If you have an iPhone, you should share your location, and they do too, you should share your location with them for the rest of the day. If you have an Android, I am assuming they have some sort of similar share your location feature.
This bitch is cray. So, of course, I'm going to read into what she just said. I'm going to read into it. Is that, she's had the feminist dogma drilled so hard into her head, along with all the dick she's had drilled into her fucking fat stank snatch, that she literally thinks all men are predators, that they're going to fucking rape, murder, and abuse her if they go on a date with her. So, just to be extra cautious, she's got to have friends, aka cock blockers, there to make sure nothing bad happens to her. I mean, I thought I was hypervigilant and paranoid, but this fucking fat pig takes the cake.
Yeah, She's got that all men are rapists attitude. Again, that's toxic. No one wants to really be around. Like, let's. I would love for her to show what her Tinder profile looks like, to be honest, because that might be another reason why she's having problems. I don't care about that. Like, she's not that fat.
No, she's fucking fat.
Like face by something, but she's not as fat as you're making her out to be. I want to see what's written in her profile. Like, what kind of fucking
She's a big demon cunt. In all fairness, you're just seeing the top part of her. You're not seeing the lower part of her. I mean, does she have like fucking, you know, or is her ass and her hips so fucking fat and big that she has a fucking little beeper on her when she backs up? It's like beep 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 beep. Yeah, I mean, so you're not getting a full profile. You're just seeing her saggy ass fucking cow udders because the dumb bitch doesn't wear a fucking bra. I mean, you know, you're seeing like, you know, from you know, tits up. You're not seeing the rest of her body. Does she have a fucking gun?
That's what I'd like to see as well. But again, I want to point out her choice of outfit. Like, doesn't do her any favors.
Yeah. Here's a fucking pro tip for all you fat fucking PDCs out there. Revealing clothing's not sexy on a fat bitch. Just not.
It's just not a classy outfit. Let's just say that.
You know, it's like me wearing a fucking tight muscle shirt. It's not sexy. It's disgusting. Ugh. All right, this. You know, we got like a minute left in this fucking shit show.
You should do that. Set up a time to check in with your people either during the date or after you think the date's going to be over. Or both. Better safe than sorry. Meet up with your date in a public place. And if you go somewhere with him, take a picture of your...
So, what's up, Win? Thanks for coming by. So, wait a minute. So, I guess for her, Netflix and chill is out of the question. So, Rue says her head is shaped like a potato. Ugh. So I guess we found like fucking gender neutral potato head, because you know they took Mr. Potato Head and made him like fucking look like some fucking tranny freak. So this is the real life version of Mr. Potato Head after gender reassignment surgery.
She is a potato. Let's just say that.
Yeah, she's a baked potato or a mashed potato, depending on how you feel, or maybe she's potato all gratin or all rotten. So before I cut off the clip, she says something about take a picture or whatever. Hold on, let's see what this fucking fool has to say.
Your date and his license plate to send to your people. You might think this is a bit extreme, but in this...
That's fucking cringe. Take a picture of your date and the license plate to send to your people. You know, you can't make this fucking shit up. And these fucking bitches wonder why men more and more are just not dating and going out and getting into relationships with these crazy bitches. I mean, really take a picture of him and his license plate to send to your friends? You know, I'm hearing that fucking music from Psycho. Okay. This, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, Nostra Grizzly is gonna predict the future for this bitch. When she hits 35, she's gonna be pounding box wine like Rose, and she's gonna have like 20 fucking cats rolling up in her house.
In this world, as a woman, it is always better to be safe than sorry. You might worry that this might scare a guy off. Well, I think that if a man...
Yeah, bitch, you're crazy, and that does scare most guys off who have half a fucking brain. I mean, really, dude, how would you feel if you went on a date and the broad you were dating, like, took a picture of you and your license plate to your car to send to her people. Hola, ¿cómo está? Are we there, Wolf?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm behind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's almost over though, but I mean, it's the usual. All men are predators, like retarded ass shit. But remember, woman can do anything a man can do, and we're all equal. But she needs to make sure that the men don't, you know, attack her or anything like that. But she's a man's equal, and she can. So again, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, and Sogo pointed out what I was just gonna say. And he says, "But if he takes your picture, that would be creepy." So if a man was doing stalker shit like that, he'd be a creep. He'd be a weirdo. Most likely, he'd have the fucking police called on him. But it's okay for a woman to do that shit because it's just concern for her safety. Unfucking believable, man. Yeah, this, fat pigs like this making videos in this fashion is just telling me that we are in fucking societal collapse. All right, let's finish this fucking thing up.
Is uncomfortable with any of this, he is not a man worth dating because he doesn't take the threats we face as women seriously.
All right, I'll wait for you to catch up on this a little bit, but she just said something that was just, head smacking stupid. It's just beyond fucking stupid. So I'll let the video catch up for you because for some reason we're lagging. This thing is lagging behind, and I don't know how to get rid of that lag from OBS to the stream.
There's always going to be a certain amount of it. There are settings you can do to cut it down a little bit more, but it's fine. It's pretty normal, usually being about 15 seconds or so behind.
But she just said, basically, if you're not a real man if you can't understand women's need to be safe. And, you're not a real man if you're not down with someone taking your picture and taking a picture of your license plate and having your people fucking observe the date. So basically, she pulled that tripe about you're not a real man because you don't agree with my insane fucking requirements and demands to take my fat fucking ass out on a date.
And as Wynn said here, he says, simps will allow it for the sake of getting laid. And what he's talking, simps are going to still try to fuck this girl. So no matter how much of a sack of shit and cancerous she is, she's still going to have guys just in her inbox 24/7 wanting a piece of that potato ass.
Dude, I wouldn't fuck this bitch with Portuguese MGTOW's dick. Wow. Yeah. All right. Let's roll on.
So, those are my tips for navigating this garbage fire of a world when it comes to dating men. I hope they were able to help you. Please share this video if you think anyone you know could benefit from these tips. Forgot what I was going to say. I remembered. Comment any of your own online dating tips and subscribe for more feminist killjoy content. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Ugh, thank the fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Yep, she's a feminist. Yep, she even says it. I mean, I got a pro tip for this. I got a pro tip for this bitch, and I got some pro tips for her. Lose some weight, you fat fucking pig! My God. I mean, yeah, and when the world, the reason why the world's a fucking garbage fire is because fucking bitches like this have turned it into a fucking garbage fire. And I have a friend, and and we get into it all the time. We argue, and And she gets like big mad when I say, hey, yeah, women are responsible for the problems with dating we're having in this day and age. And she says feminism wouldn't exist if men weren't beating their wives and their children. And I'm paraphrasing that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, really? So all men are misogynist pig fuckers that beat women, eat babies, hit children, abuse animals, throw styrofoam containers out the window when they're driving, blah 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 blah. So it's never women's fault. World end tomorrow. It's all men's fault.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch my previous video, that's how it's supposed to be, though, man. Like you're supposed to call them bitch and hit them in the mouth all the time. That's how it's supposed to work. Man.
Yeah, you gotta check them. You gotta check them hoes, man. You gotta keep that pin man strong. So I think that's it. I think we went for like an hour and 20 minutes, and it was a really good stream. I think it was a very good stream today, even though it started kind of little bumpy. But we got some views, and I appreciate everybody coming in and chatting and putting in their input. Do you want to take us out, Wolf?
We will see you guys later. Happy Easter, and stay red pill.